picked up my car at the Ford after 2 days, and I wish I could say that changing the gears from 315 to 355 was a success, but I can't. Shop number one kept the car for 9 days and charged me $0. They couldn't do it. This is a Ford dealer in Cambridge, Ontario, kept the car for 2 days and called me back and said that I need a new differential after the car was already inside, after I got a quote. And they said now it's going to be, they're ordering a new differential. If I say yes, they're ordering a new differential from Detroit, Michigan, right from the Ford plant. And this will add $1,000 Canadian, $780 US to the cost, where originally they quoted me 2,300 Canadian, roughly $2,000 US, which is already too much. But I said, okay, I'll give you 2,000 bucks Canadian. But then they said no, 2,300 with all parts. They supply all the parts plus tax, and we have 13% sales tax. And because it's my personal vehicle, I will not get a refund for the sales tax, so it's basically all money out of my pocket. And so that was already a bit high, right? The first shop wanted $1,595 Canadian plus tax. Now these guys want 2,300, and now she says with the differential it'll be at least $1,000 more. So 3,300 Canadian plus tax, and now they say the car will not be ready until after New Year, like January 2nd. And I said that's not acceptable. Reason one, I already paid for 10 nights at a hotel near Orlando starting January 4th. So I'm actually sitting in my car just getting ready to, I need to reinstall the tune for the car, the Hypertech tune, and I said I cannot wait that long. And second, I said that's too much, like your price, it's too high, And yesterday also I spent time online, and on this morning my findings were confirmed when I lucked out and I found you don't see these videos, because I think people that buy V6 Mustang like mine, usually they don't buy them for upgrades and modifications, like usually people that want to do that, they buy GT V8, right? And so it's very hard to find information about this. But this morning I lucked out, and I just watched a couple of videos of the guy from US who had a 2016, kind of like the same car as mine, only 2016 minus 2017, V6 manual, and he did the same thing. His car came with 315 gears, and he went to he went to 373, whereas over here I wanted to do a 355. And I asked him about 373 actually, and they said they're $300 more. And so what I found online is that you don't need, like, if you're okay with pretty much no warranty on the differential, and I don't care about warranty because it's a performance car, and these parts nowadays, like, what can go wrong, like they're approved parts. I did not buy this car for the warranty. It's not my daily car. I have a semi-truck, right? So if this one breaks down, I'll use my semi-truck to do shopping. No big deal. But anyway, so the parts were, the gear set was $200 US that I bought online already. And it's being shipped now to my hotel. So by the time I'm at the hotel, like, those parts should be there. So I bought, since now there's such a headache to do this, I decided it'll be a better investment to use 373 gears, because actually the price online, the price difference was only 40 bucks US. 355 were $160 and 373 at $200, brand new, AmericanMuscle.com. And so I got 373s, like, pinion set for 200 bucks US, and then there's a link there, information. It says, yeah, these cannot be used with the differential that uses 315 gears, and they give you a link, the one you can buy, and that differential, believe it or not, is only 179 bucks, 180 bucks. And so I just spent what, like basically $400 US. I spent $400 US plus tax. In Canadian, I see the charge of my card was $550 Canadian. That's it, all parts. And this guy that I watched the videos this morning from, he says he did the job. He didn't do it himself because, you know, it's a pretty complicated procedure. He went to a performance shop and they charge him about 550 bucks, you know. So that's what I'm guessing. $400 US for parts, 500 labor US, so 1,000 bucks US, let's say, you know. Compare that to, I don't know, 3,000 over here Canadian, which is what, 7, which is like 2,500 US, you know. Okay, this guy, I told him, I said, why is your price so high? Oh, well, it's, you know, we give you full warranty, right? And yeah, full warranty, but the car was 25,000 Canadian, you know. Why do I need to spend so much money on a, you know, new gear set? So anyway, so this is video number 2. Unfortunately, again, another disappointing result. And by the way, these guys, so these guys, the previous shop kept the car for 9 days, charged me $0. These guys kept the car for 2 days, and they charged me $532 Canadian. Whereas they say that the labor was $200, which is a good deal because they spend about 8 hours on this. And they charged me 90 bucks for seals, plus another 22, and then $100. I don't know why, but they replaced all the oil. Why can you use the old oil? The car has 3,000 kilometers on the odometer, which is what, 2,100 miles? You know, it's a brand new car. But, you know, they have to get their money somehow. Their mechanic was busy with this car. You know, it's a big job, but again, this is the second time that this car loses its axles and the muffler, right? They have to take the muffler. It's like, when I saw it at the first shop, like the entire undercarriage was on the ground, you know, like differential axles, exhaust. 2 times, 0 result, except now I lost $532.49. Thank you for it. Oh, and I asked him, I said, this is your fault, right? You should not have taken this job if you don't know pretty much, you know, what you're dealing with. Oh, well, we don't do this often. Well, I said, you should have told me that you don't do this often. You have no experience with this, right? You don't know what parts are required. And she says, well, basically what I find is that she wrote down here, you know, she wrote Ford SVT dealer. Because I asked her, I said, you guys are a Ford dealer. Like, who else do I go to, like, officially, right? If I officially want to modify my car with the warranty and stuff like that, like, who else is in it? Even if that expert transmission, those idiots over there, they did not know how to do it, but you are the Ford, right? You're supposed to know. And she told me, oh, we're not Ford SVT. And I said, what do you mean? And she says, well, there's a few dealerships, like usually in every province, every state, that are designated SVT. Sam, Victor, Tammy, SVT. And I said, what does that mean? Like, I heard that name somewhere, like there's a Ford SVT, like Ford Focus was SVT. And basically she says these are the dealers that are allowed to sell like high power vehicles, you know, all these Cobras and, you know, fast vehicles, and they have a special shop that deals with this stuff, you know. And that's what she said. So and I asked them, what about US? They have SVT dealers in US, and they said should be, because it's, you know, Ford is American brand, right? And so that's my plan now, since I have the parts, and this video I watched today from this guy confirmed that's all I need. And also, so I bought the gear set, I bought a new differential for 180 bucks, and I bought for like 25 bucks, I bought a kit with some seals and stuff like that, like they say it's best if you use this as well, so I added that one. Yeah, so that's why it was 400 bucks US plus tax. And so now, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a Ford SVT dealer down there in Florida, or I'll just try to find a performance shop, since now I know exactly what's required. You know, I have all the parts, so now it should be easy, you know, because these idiots over here, they didn't know, right? Well, by idiots I mean, well, they're all idiots. Like, how do you take a customer request and, you know, do you struggle to find the parts required. Basically, if you go to AmericanMuscle.com and you look at this gear set, it's right there on the first page at the bottom, like where's a description of this gear set. I'll show it on the computer, and it says application note, and it says, you know, this gear set is not compatible with the differential on Mustang V6 that uses 315 gears. Use this part, you know, and there's a link, and that's how you click on that and you get this $179 differential. And at first I was confused because it says Mustang GT, and then you know, I chatted with the support over there. They confirmed yes, it fits. And this video I watched this morning, the guy went through the same thing. You know, he says he also was confused by the GT you know, moniker on the differential, and then he just chatted with the customer support. They verified and double checked, and actually this guy then later posted a video of his car, 2016 Mustang V6 with new gears, and he was really impressed, you know, with acceleration. He said it's like a total different car, you know, and I really look forward to that. I'm all focused on this. I didn't buy this car to drive it stock, so that's my next goal. So stay tuned for update number 3. So number 1 was unsuccessful with the expert transmission. They should change their name to what shall we call it, long-term transmission. No, not long-term, but basically slow, probably call it slow transmission, since it took them 9 days to figure out that they didn't have the parts, right? Ford was quick at 2 days, so now we're getting somewhere, right? So the money increases. First shop 0, second shop 532.49. Now I wonder what the second shop, I wonder what the third shop will be, but I already know the price. It's roughly 4-hour labor to put this in, you know, not such a big deal when you have all the parts. So stay tuned. Update number 3 is coming when I have these gears in Florida, but the update is definitely happening. I have the parts, it's paid for, it's approved, and they're gonna ship it, since now it's still, you know, what's today, December 30th. Everything is closed until January 2nd, so my stuff will not be shipped until January 2nd. But they use UPS, so it should be quite, you know, should not take that long to get to Florida. So thanks for watching. Happy holidays, Happy New Year. Leaving Ford, no repairs done.